Savings at Mermaid Mattress.
I am so excited because Melanie Phillips is here this morning on 3+U, and if her name is not a household one for you just yet, you watch, it's going to be. You're kind of famous around here now, Melanie.
A little bit.
I am so glad to see you. What we have on the table before us is called the Kids Art Boxes. This was your creation, and the reason Melanie has such a buzz about her is because this idea with these art boxes, you're going to hear about it and say, why didn't I think of that? Because you were meant to think of that.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about what's in this, Melanie, because my children are older now. They're no longer like you with a 2, 5, and 7-year-old. But for parents out there or grandparents who want to get their kids away from their phones and away from the computer games and have some bonding, your art box is perfect.
Great. Yeah, so we have 3 products, and our lines go anywhere from like 3 to 12-year-olds. And so we have this box here is a Daddy and Me for children 4 to 7. This one here is a Mommy and Me for children 3 to 6. And this one is for older children for 6 to 12. And it's my artist box, and it's a different artist every month.
So it's kind of like, I know a tradition in our home was to get highlights magazines for our children, the magazine subscription.
Yeah.
And you look forward to getting it in the mailbox every single month.
Yeah.
There's a thrill in that for a child.
It's fun.
The same is true with your art boxes. So I'm going to hold this one up, Melanie. This is a beautiful self-portrait. That the kids are going to be able to do. You and I were chatting because the boxes come with instructions and the supplies and some history the kids are going to learn and not have to be intimidated.
Yeah, so they will learn the step-by-step on how to do their art pieces. That one comes with 4, and we'll tell them exactly how to do it, and we send them all the supplies.
So I was sharing with you, obviously you can tell in listening to Melanie that she is not a Chattanooga native.
No, I'm not.
You grew up in the suburbs of Paris.
Yes.
Went to college at Clemson, and were an engineer by trade.
For 10 years, yes.
But you realized that when your kids got older, that really wasn't what you wanted to do anymore. So the art boxes came
That's how it
from
started.
that. But you're using, I would think, a lot of your engineering training because art is largely mathematical based.
It is. It's all related. It's all interconnected. It's not like you have STEM on one side and art on the other side. It kind of all goes together.
Right. So if you are also a family with 2 or 3 children and you've struggled, as many of us have, to find an outlet for your daughter who might be really into math and science and your son who wants to play football, right? You can find common interests here because it's self-expression.
Yes, it is self-expression. We try to keep them, even for the little guys and girls, we try to keep it as open-ended as we can so that they can express themselves. Even so there is a step-by-step process to it, they still have a lot of freedom to kind of create their own thing.
Something that's become kind of a buzzword this year, too, has been a realization about the anxiety that kids have, and COVID brought a lot of that on. I know when my children were growing up, I used to bring them in our kitchen, and we would just draw together, and before you know it, you can just see the release.
There is a release, it's fun, it's a connection time with the parents. It's kind of like the perfect time to get together and have fun together.
Okay.
It's a great experience.
I know you're a mom. You don't know everything, but you know a lot. So do you think it's true or false when your kids begin to create, and if they're little, they might create something and you're not quite sure what it is, right? That difficult to interpret piece. Do you think it's good or bad to say, oh, what have you drawn? Or to say, oh, I love the colors you chose?
I tend to do kind of a mix of both. My first one would be like more of like, I love how you drew those yellow lines, or I love how you made those blue hearts because they look like hearts.
Right.
That would be probably my first go, especially for the younger children. My oldest one is 7. He usually drew something on purpose, and if I can't really identify, I'm okay with asking him, and he's generally okay with telling me.
I love how you've got this box over here is intended for Daddy and Me.
Yes.
So what's going to come in this box?
So Daddy and Me has 3 art activities, 1 science activity, and 1 origami tutorial.
An origami tutorial.
And it comes with a paper, and they can do it together and draw them.
And then this one here with the beautiful little pearl drops, this is for the beginner?
So that one is for the youngest kids. It's 3 to 6. It's a mommy and me. And it's very similar, but it comes with 3 art activities, 1 science activity, and 1 recipe. So the recipe is a visual recipe, so it's drawn.
Okay.
So the kids can actually kind of follow, oh, that looks like flour. They don't have to read it. It looks like flour, so I need to get the flour or things like that.
So I'll age myself. Maybe you had this growing up in Paris. I don't know. Did you have Crayola crayons growing up?
Oh, yes.
Do you remember the thrill of getting a brand new box of Crayola
Yes,
crayons?
I had like those massive packs.
The
of,
64
like,
pack?
I don't remember how many it was, but so many.
Okay, so look at these. These are watercolor washables, but look at the packaging. Who wouldn't want to delve into that and see what they can create?
We try to package so that it's fun.
And I wanted to show it because the quality of the supplies you're including, Melanie, is really nice.
We make sure to include good quality supplies.
Okay, so it's $35 a month.
Yeah.
Which means that once a month, your child is going to eagerly run to the mailbox. They might even say, "What's this thing called mail?" Right? So few of us get it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
And then you begin to have a conversation about what's inside. So you get a little bit of a history on the artist. Is that right?
So this one you get, so the youngest one is just a different theme every month. It's usually nature-based or robots or, something that's going on right now. The artist box is for older children. It's a different artist every month. It talks about culture, it talks about history, and then it talks about art and their art pieces, and then you do 4 of their pieces.
The recipes that she was talking about, it's a lot to take in, but you've
Sorry.
got rainbow treats. No, this is so much fun, and your artwork here is fantastic too. Did you draw that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see how clever that is? I'll just quit talking because I think this is the greatest idea.
Oh, thank you.
So people can go on art boxes, kids art boxes.
So it's kidsartbox.com.
Okay, that's the website. Write it down, put it on your refrigerator, send it to your mother-in-law, whatever you want to do, because you are going to want this for your kids. Great entertainment all summer and in the months to follow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie.
You're welcome.
I have good